You're welcome back. Well, we seem to have rectified whatever the issues are with our network and with DW there. So I'll get back to Frankfurt Stock Exchange where I was talking to my colleague Ulrich. But Ulrich, yeah, you were trying to tell me about the ECB December minutes and the Bank of England first rate decision in 2016.
Yes, that's right. The minutes of the ECB, with the effect on the market here, are being overshadowed by a Reuters report. Reuters, the news agency, they're saying that high-ranking officials of the European Central Bank are not for easing monetary policy further at this stage. They say it's not necessary with the inflationary trends going the way they are. And that, of course, is a surprise to the market because the tone that Mario Draghi set after the December meeting of the Council was a totally different one. He announced further easing. So that's a conundrum here for the market, difficult to digest, putting a little bit pressure on parts of the market. The Bank of England offering no surprises, the governors there voting 8-1 against increasing interest rates for pound sterling, so it remains at a record low 0.5%. Again, growth prospects, the way inflation is going, the big role that the low oil prices playing for inflation probably prompted that move to remain unchanged.
All right, European stock markets off to a sea of red of indices today, no thanks to Wall Street's Nasdaq finishing on Wednesday. Explain to us the German DAX index chart showing behind you on the trading floor.
Yeah, the DAX is really losing steam. I asked a trader a little bit earlier, are we experiencing a sell-off? Because the DAX is dropping by over 2%. Earlier it was down by over 3%. But he said, yes, the share prices are going down by a wide margin, but for a sell-off it needs larger volume. So sort of, breathe easily on that account, but people are getting more and more nervous. And the nervousness stems now, not today at least, not so much from the Asian side. Asian stocks were also lower, mostly, but from the drop on Wall Street. The Nasdaq down over 3%, the S&P 500, a major indicator there, 2.5%. Those are big numbers, and people are a little bit scared about the situation at the moment. The oil price playing a major role, the oil industry in the United States being so important that it's causing some analysts to utter worried statements.
Right, thank you for your time, Ulrich. DWTV Channels TV correspondent Ulrich Batz reporting from Frankfurt Stock Exchange. And here in our markets, the Nigerian Stock Exchange says 3 key initiatives have been outlined for the new year 2016. Now, the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Oscar Onyema, at his first media briefing today in Lagos said the initiatives will help mitigate the challenges expected in the current fiscal year. One of the initiatives will strategize on how to position the exchange as a credible platform for financing the economy. The stock exchange also plans to complete the program of becoming a public liability company in 2016. The Nigerian market fell nearly 20% last year and starting the new year 2016 in the negative territory with more than 1 trillion naira already shaved off market value as at Wednesday this week. Now let's bring in the CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Oh, well, I'm just being told that he's not yet ready for us, but we hope to get connected to him as soon as we get through. Nigeria's government has approved a $200 million loan from a World Bank agency to develop infrastructure in Lagos State, its commercial hub. The Minister for Works, Power and Housing said on Wednesday. Now, the loan was the second tranche of a total $600 million International Development Agency agreement packaged by Lagos State. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, who announced this, said the money had been intended for distribution in 3 tranches, each of $200 million to end in 2013, but had been delayed. He said the loan was to be repaid over 25 years at an interest rate Lagos, a mega city of 21 million people in the state, is Nigeria's commercial engine. Its gross domestic product accounts for about a third of Nigeria's overall GDP. And the International Monetary Funds Board has approved a third disbursement of $114.6 million under Ghana's 3-year aid program, urging the government to further tighten fiscal controls to curb rising public debt. Ghana, a major exporter of cocoa, gold, and oil, entered the $918 million financial assistance program in April with the aim of restoring economic stability and boosting job growth. The West African nation was once one of the continent's strongest performers, but slumping global commodity prices and a fiscal crisis, which drove its debt to GDP ratio to more than 70%, have put a brake on economic growth. Wednesday's approval followed a successful second staff-level review in November, although concerns remained about the country's financial management and rising inflation.